so as you guys can tell, today we're gonna make pizza. I'm not gonna leave the sauce recipe for you guys. You guys come up with your own sauce. It's a little bit of tomato sauce, and you can mix in some oregano and basil and salt and maybe some sugar and whatever else you want to do. I didn't get jazzy, I just did my sauce, so I'm not gonna leave that for you guys. You guys get jazzy and come up with your own sauce. As you can see, my husband is crazy. Don't you just love him? Because I do. But anyway, don't forget to share your gift with the world and use it for God's glory. In the name of Jesus Christ, let's go bake the oven. Today we're gonna be making pizza. Okay, so we'll start off with 1 cup of warm water, not hot, not cold, but just warm water. We'll add 2 teaspoons of yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar. We'll give her a little stir and she will begin to rise. Then to our bowl, we're gonna add 3 cups plus 1/4 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and then we're going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of olive oil. I usually add a little bit more just to get my dough nice and heavy. Now, as you guys can see, our water has become nice and fluffy from our yeast and our sugar, and we're gonna go ahead and add that to our flour mixture. Give it a good, and if you're not using a stand mixer, go ahead and give it a good stir. Now, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of milk. Vitamin D, good old vitamin D milk, 1/3 cup. Now, you could have added it when you added your yeast mixture, but I just decided to wait. So we're gonna go ahead and keep stirring until she becomes a nice dough ball. Now we can go ahead and flour our surface, and we're going to pull our dough out, and we're just gonna get her into a nice little ball. Now you guys, in this step, I did not add any more oil to my bowl. You can, and I actually suggest that you do it because I've made this more than once. Add some oil to your bowl and add your dough ball back to the bowl. It just gives the dough a little bit of a nice crispiness when you add her to the oven. This is why I'm suggesting this. Now, once we add our dough back to our bowl, we're going to cover and we're going to let her sit and rise for a good 20 minutes. Once it's been 20 minutes, we're going to pull our dough back out of the bowl. She should have risen just a bit. And we are going to pull her out. Come on, get her out the bowl, Faith. And then we are going to cut her in half. So with this much dough, 3 cups plus a 1/4 cup of flour, you're going to get 2 small pizzas. I wouldn't say that you're going to feed the whole family of 5, depending on how much you guys eat, but because we have 3 men and 2 women in our family, we eat a lot. So I would say 3 pizzas would cover our family, but this right here might cover a family of 4. On this particular day, our boys were out of town. They were at basketball camp, so this was plenty for me, my daughter, and my husband. You're going to slather this pan with olive oil, and you're going to add your 2 balls of dough onto the pan, and you're going to cover for 2 to 3 hours. Once that 2 to 3 hours is up, you're going to get this. Your dough should have risen and spread a bit, and after that, we're going to get some cornmeal. My daughter was so happy to use the cornmeal. She was like, that's what it is. That's what they use. I actually added too much right here. You don't have to go this far, you guys. I was extra dramatic with the cornmeal. So just relax a little bit. So you guys, right when you get your dough out to start kneading and shaping, make sure you turn your oven on. Turn your oven on to 490 degrees, between 490 and 500. Make sure you get your oven preheated because you want her to be perfectly hot when you get ready to put your pizza in the oven. Now, as you are shaping your dough, make sure that there's no holes in it, because if you put her on the mesh tray that we're going to use, you don't want her to like drop on the oven and burn the bottom of your oven. So as you guys can see, I'm adding my sauce. I absolutely love pizza sauce, and I like lots and lots of it. I don't like when people like scarcely put sauce on their pizzas. I'm like, what am I going to do with that? So here I'm adding seriously sharp cheddar cheese, and then I add mozzarella cheese. You guys can do whatever it is that you would like, add the ingredients that you like. Here I chopped up some white onion, I added some onion, and then I also added some salami, aka pepperoni, to our pizza so that we can get all those flavors mixed in together. I love onions, I love bell peppers, so I went on ahead and added that. So this is our mesh tray. and I'm going to, she's 12 inches, and my daughter helped me put her on the mesh tray. And of course, my oven is preheated, and I added her to the oven, and we cooked her for about 8 to 10 minutes. You guys, she came out so perfectly. Now, once she comes out the oven, this is when I add my chopped basil. You can add whole pieces of basil, or you can chop your basil. Completely and totally up to you. I just want to encourage you guys to make your own homemade pizza. Make sure you guys check the description box down below for all ingredients and other recipes on Faith's Oven. You guys, this is just an example of how I made my homemade pizza. I hope you guys go out, you get the ingredients that you love, you add it to your pizza in your way, and this encourages you to do so. I hope to get a barbecue chicken pizza. I love barbecue chicken pizza. Out here we have a chain pizza place called Marco's, and they have a barbecue chicken pizza that is so good. So hopefully soon I can do a recipe like that. I don't know if you guys like barbecue chicken on your pizza, but that's just another idea. Go for it, you guys. I hope this encourages you, and thank y'all so much for watching Faith's Oven. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. God bless y'all, and eat well. Home cooked meals are the best. Eat well, y'all. God bless.